Hi, I'm Pat and welcome back to the channel. Today we got Jake here, and Jake has this awesome C6 Z06 Corvette. Now, he and I are doing a little bit of car swap today, so he's going to get his first supercar experience, and this is going to give me the opportunity to get into a C6 Z06. If you're interested in seeing Jake's content, because he's also in the YouTube, there'll be a link in the description below. We're both going to shoot a video, and it's going to be a completely different perspective. But right now, I want to learn a little bit more about this C6 Z06. So Jake, what can you tell me about it?
Hey everybody, my name is Jake, and this is a 2006 Z06. It's a heads cam car, so it's the LS7. It's roughly 575 wheel horsepower. With that being said, it also has a McLeod Clutch. And we basically also have a fresh tune on it, so the car is pretty well sorted out. For the most part, it's a mid 10-second car, and for the most part trapped about 147.7 doing roll racing on a 60 to 130 pull up at Poconos. So it's a pretty quick car. Pat will do really well with it, and I'm really excited to hear his feedback on this car today.
That's awesome. Thanks, Jake. Giving me this opportunity to get into this thing is really cool because I'm a Corvette guy. You know, a lot of people see all these other cars on my channel, but you know, I started with the C3, I got the C5. I've never driven a C6, let alone a Z06. And this is manual too, right?
Yes, it's a manual car.
Oh man, because I just picked up that manual portion. I've been really loving manual. And I'm sure when Jake gets an opportunity to drive this, he's gonna miss having that manual next to him, I think. But
yes.
Yeah, but dual clutch, I don't know. We'll see. We might get him hooked on his first supercar experience. We shall see. All right, let's do it. So first time here, we are stepping into a C6 Z06. Wow. So this is like the first time I'm actually able to sit in one of these. And to be honest with you, I mean, I really like the look of the dash. It reminds me of my C5. I might get a little sentimental here.
That's okay.
This is really neat. I love Corvettes. I've always been a big fan of the Corvette. The brand, really what it meant to me was an opportunity for me to just, I don't know, it was my first sports car. It was really, it was a big deal to me to be able to get a Corvette and to experience a Corvette. So it means a lot, just letting you know, it means a lot.
So Pat, just so you know, this clutch literally is 2 inches off the floor.
Okay.
So it has there's no room for error in it.
Perfect.
So when it's gonna feel horrible. So don't be afraid to ride it real hard pulling out.
Yeah.
And don't feel bad. So then there's 3 traction modes we're gonna play with once you got here. So basically on, off, and then competitive.
Okay.
So you can run them whichever one you want.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you definitely have a. So is this an aftermarket clutch on here?
Yeah. So it's fully adjustable. So
wow.
you can adjust it out if you want.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I put it down because on the track you want it quick. But
yes.
Pulling in and out.
Wow.
You get to get used to it.
And what's up with this too? Did you do like a Hurst shifter
so
or something?
MGW short shifter.
Okay.
So in this car, just within the past 200 miles, yes, there's a clutch, flywheel, all new torque tube, bushings, ceramic bearings.
Wow.
So yes.
Wow.
This is a fully built, fun little car.
Oh my God.
3,100 pounds.
Wow. All right, here we go. First start. And she's cammed up too. This is the first cammed car that I've ever really driven in, to be honest, even ridden in. Wow. This is, it's got a neat feel to it already. And I see a check engine light. Is that my fault?
No, the check engine light is there because the O2 sensors are missing. But thankfully here in the state of Pennsylvania, this is a classic car. So emissions do not
Oh yes, because it is it's old enough to be a classic.
Yes, this is the 2006.
Wow. So we'll just let it warm up a little bit here, get up to operating temperature before we start screwing around. But already I can tell this feels like a race car. Everything is shaking in this thing. Wow.
Yes.
That's an experience. I mean, I don't think I've ever had this experience before. Already I feel like I'm attached to the engine.
Yes, it's a love-hate relationship with the cam. So
wow.
It spins up really nice, and it's fun to, I will say it has that visual and audio, you know, the feel when people hear it, it sounds great, but the drivability of it is, it's interesting to say the least.
Well, we're going to find out how interesting it is today. Wow, this is already an experience. Listen to that. We'll get used to the clutch around the parking lot here as we roll out and see what this thing is going to be like. Damn, needs a little RPM to it before it'll move.
Yeah, you gotta.
Wow, that is right off the floor.
Yes.
Not used to that. Whoo! Wow. Wow. This is already an experience. It's like driving a drag car.
Yeah, it's very, very purpose built.
Whew. I don't think I've ever had that much trouble with a clutch, but you know, it's built to be different.
Right. Now
So
you can adjust it off the floor if you want.
But yeah.
So I just kind of, the clutch has been put in. It's only about 500 miles in the clutch, if that. So,
wow.
So you gotta give the clutch some good break-in time here.
Yes. Well, we got some more practice with this clutch. There we go. She wants to be tacked up to move forward,
Yep.
I think.
Oh yeah.
So I don't want to tack it up, and that's my problem. Wow.
Don't be afraid to tack it up.
Okay. Oh, man.
All these motors were all hand-built when they came through.
Right.
One guy was in charge of the entire engine assembly for all
Okay.
the LS7s that came through on the C6 Z06.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Oh, come on, baby. Ooh, baby. So what I like about this already, the shifter, spot on.
Yes.
That it's definitely what you want to use when you're drag racing. I will guarantee you that you know you're engaged. You know that it's time to let off the clutch. It's time to floor it. It's time to move.
Yes.
Wow. This is fun because it's more engaging. I mean, the NSX is a fun car on these roads. I'm sure it is, but this is way more engaging.
It's a very driver car.
It certainly is. Of course, for me, first starting off on a competition clutch like this is going to be like a big learning curve, huge learning curve compared to a regular clutch.
Yes.
But other than that, this is a fun little car.
It is. It's a lot of fun, and they're bang for the buck. You really can't beat them.
Not at all.
I feel that they got a lot of things right with this car when it came out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, for it's an old car.
It is an old car, but you know what? It's a great car. There we go.
There you go.
Now we're getting it. Now we're getting it. So you really gotta tack it up. You gotta hold it there, and at that point, you really have no choice. You're just letting out.
Yes.
There's no riding the clutch in this thing.
No.
There's no room to ride this clutch.
No, it's just you're kind of on it, or you're going, or you're not going.
Yeah.
And you feel that, because of the cam.
Yeah,
It's like your C5, you can probably let it idle at 1500 all day.
You can't do that.
Yeah, you cannot do that.
Huh.
So, the cammed cars are a love-hate relationship. It really is. Either you like them or you don't. The performance-wise, they're amazing, but the downside is drivability. It takes away from that ease of use that you get out of a big V8 where you can just kind of let it lurch around and do its thing.
Right.
So if you're here and you basically try to pull out like hard or drop the clutch like floor and drop it, it'll shut the car off.
Well, then I won't do that.
So what I do is I put it in, so this is off, and then competitive mode will allow it to go forward.
I see.
So try competitive mode, give it a good hard launch, and it'll do its thing.
That was a good hard launch, brother. That was a good hard. Everything went flying. I think that surprised you a little bit.
I was not ready. I know it hooks up.
It did not hook up.
Normally it'll hook up. But yeah, that clutch grabs.
We won't go back there because I'm sure they're going to call the cops after that.
That's okay.
Oh my God. Wow.
It just spun.
That's all it did is spin, but we had a little fun with it. Yeah, you weren't ready for that, were you?
No, not at all.
Your camera went.
Good hold of the camera. It's controllable though.
It is controllable. I mean, it's a Corvette, so you're sitting in the right place of the car. To be honest with you, you're sitting more over the rear tires. You know where your ass end's at. You know where the ass end's going because you're sitting there. You don't feel the same way in the NSX. The NSX sort of scares you a little bit.
Yes.
And you know, when you start to play around, you get a little bit more confidence, and you're sitting more in the front of the car. So as the back end moves around, it feels like the back end's behind you more. Okay. Whereas with this sitting over the rear wheels, like, you know, we're very close to the rear wheels. I know where I'm at. I know how much movement I'm getting. I know where I'm gonna be as I'm feathering that gas to come out of that, because we did a nice S-turn and then we just went straight. So, but it's controllable. It's controllable. I don't mean to scare you in the passenger seat though. I mean, it's one of those things, as a passenger in your own car, it's kind of hard to really enjoy the ride the whole time.
I think it's funny.
Now I have to pull out on a hill.
45-degree incline.
Oh shit!
Here we go.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And we did it with ease. With ease, see?
Wow, I'm finally learning this clutch. Even the handling, like just getting the experience what the Z06 is like as far as handling is concerned, I'm grateful for the opportunity, man. This is awesome.
They were a big step up, especially from the base models in those years, like with the hydrofoil tub and all the carbon panels in this vehicle. Like the front fenders are carbon, the roof panels carbon. So they did do a lot of things, especially for this, you know, because the C5 Z06 was more of a visual appeal, a little bit better motor.
Yes.
This is a whole different animal.
Yes, this is.
Model.
Yes, this is.
You put it full on and try and see what it does.
I'm gonna have to be a little careful with it though. Yeah, that time we got a little spin, but I was more careful, so we didn't do this all over the road.
You can feel it's fighting itself.
It does want to fight, yeah. Yep. American muscle, you just can't beat it. I mean, the NSX is one thing, but a V8 engine in something that feels like you're strapping on a motor, with it being cammed the way it is, with the engagement, with the manual gearbox. Yeah.
Do you feel we're at the end of an era with going to the C8?
We are at an end of an era going to the C8. And the other thing too is, cars like this are an experience that many people wouldn't even give a second thought to, because they want the most modern things. But having an opportunity to really get into something like this again and to be able to feel this is something you don't want to give up. This isn't a car that you just want to be able to just, oh, it's old, let's get rid of it. The experience is by far one of the best. And it's a Corvette, man. I just tugs my heartstrings. Yeah. Yeah.
It pulls pretty solid, huh?
Oh, yeah. You can feel it in the shifter, too. That's the one thing about this. You know that engine is doing something, because you can feel it.
Mm-hmm. And this has, like, I mean, ceramic bearings, all brand new bushings, again, that torque tube, it is like all brand brand new one. Yeah, it's still, you can feel that there's a lot going on.
Oh. And you're making a lot of noise too. Everybody's just listening to you going by going, wow, that sounds good. This is a really unique experience. It's so tactile, the feeling of everything just shaking, and it's so raw. And people complain about these cars. A lot of them say, oh, the interiors are crap in a C6. I don't think it is at all.
It can be better, but yes, I like it. For me, it works. It's very utilitarian. It's simple. The buttons are easy.
Seriously, this is really nice.
I didn't buy this car for its navigation.
No, of course not. Of course not. You know, and I shied away, I'll be honest with you, I shied away from C6s for a long time. I thought, well, the C5 I liked, and I liked the C7, but the C6, no. I think they did a very good job with this model of car, beyond what I originally thought it was. So I have a lot more respect for it now than I had in the past, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Never thought I'd be saying that, but yeah. Yeah, there's a lot here. A lot here to enjoy. Thanks, Jake. I really appreciate this opportunity, brother.
Yeah, man, this is great. This is super fun.
Now, you don't get experiences like this all the time, so.
I'm glad to hear your feedback on it. I mean, you're a true enthusiast. You've driven a lot of cars, so.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get Jake in the NSX next. And we'll get to see what his experience is like. And be sure to check him out on his channel, because he's got a lot of cool things coming. You're not going to want to miss his channel. So link in the description below. And Jake, thanks again, brother.
Hey, man, anytime.
I really appreciate it. It's a mid-engine car, so you should be able to go into this turn without really hitting the brake at all.
Yeah, this is faster than my Corvette.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
It feels so smooth. Wow. This is unbelievable.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, it does walk out.
It will, yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah, when you get to the limit, it'll start to wander on you a little bit.
But it's real controlled.
Yes. Yeah.
Boy, you could power slide that thing around that corner. Like you definitely could do that.
Now, if I had it in track mode, I could more. Yeah, you could more. But the Sport Plus, the hand of God comes down and fixes the car for
So
you.
it'll shut it off after so far.
It will break each individual wheel, and the front end has 2 electric motors on it. So each electric motor will power itself to straighten the car out.
Get out of here, really?
Yes.
No way.
Yes. So it fights you. The deeper you go into the turns, the more confident you are with the car starts to fight you. That's the reason you got to go into track mode. You got to start disabling some of that. But like I said, now you run the risk of sliding your car off the road, and you lose. You lose 140 grand real easily. So yeah.
So last thoughts on the car. Honestly, it is unbelievable. The visual appeal of this car is to me is unbelievable, especially coming from like a 2006 Z06. The dash, the way everything works in the different modes, that to me is just, it's such an adder to the car. Hondas have always been known for their fit and finish, and this one is second to none. Yeah. So just from a visual appeal, that's number one. The overall handling and performance of the car, I've never felt anything like it. The launch control, it's so simple. You just put your foot down, hit the gas, and off it goes. 0 to 60 in a flash. 0 to 90 was it pulled. It just keeps pulling like a freight train. Like you feel it pull and it just keeps going, doesn't slow down. So that, and then hitting the corners was awesome. So the car got a little squirrely around that one corner, but it felt controlled. Definitely caught me off guard. So it's cool to know that you have a car with that much horsepower, that control, but can still allows you to get loose, which is kind of fun. It's the fun of having a sports car. Like it doesn't do everything for you, but it allows you to get a little bit out of control. But overall, I've never felt anything like this. The braking on it, the handling, it's just, this is pure performance. I love this car.
So what do you think of that? Giving Jake here an opportunity to ride his first supercar experience, and it's just a pleasure for me to ride along, because then I get to see, what a driver's like. And you're a very good driver. I was completely comfortable the entire time. So I really appreciate you taking me for a ride.
Hey man, I appreciate you. Like, this opportunity, this comes like once in a lifetime.
That's right. Well, hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, click on the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I like producing cool car content. You're not going to want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and happy motoring.
See you guys.